say maybe by the end of the year.
Yeah, before Christmas, right around.
I think by the end of the year, early next year, but by the end of the year. We want to get too late out as soon as possible. We want to be too early with too late.
What's going on with artificial intelligence, we got to be worried about large-scale surveillance, okay? Everything. You asked about Palantir. Do you know that every time you make a credit card transaction, the credit card companies are collecting data on how you spend your money? Do you know that every time you linger over a link on the internet for more than a half second, the search engines are collecting data on you so that they can sell you advertisements?
These AIs are going to want to capitalize on Bitcoin. If you want to release something into cyberspace and have it live forever, how are you going to capitalize it? You're going to load it up with some Bitcoin. The Bitcoin's going to continue to appreciate in value. So you don't need to be a person to own Bitcoin. And you don't need to be a person to move stablecoins around. And one thing I'm sure is that people are not going to think as quick, and they're not going to be as smart, and they're not going to work as hard as the robots and the AIs are. So it'll be a digital economy on digital rails with digital currency and digital capital, and that, again, is auspicious for the industry, but also it's good for the human race.
What does that mean for the role of the dollar? If every currency digitizes and we have it, what does that mean for bank payments? What does that mean for the payment companies like MasterCard and Visa? All these are being questioned right now. I think we spend so much time talking about AI. We're not spending enough time talking about how quickly we're going to tokenize every financial asset and the opportunity we're going to have a digital wallet and moving, ETFs and other things through a digital wallet. And I think that's going to happen worldwide very rapidly. And I think most countries are ill-prepared for that and underappreciate how technology is changing that, not unlike how technology is changing AI and other things. It will be changing the technology around the plumbing of finance. If you believe that countries are going to continue to debase their currency, if you believe that there's going to be global rise of insecurity, owning crypto assets or gold are assets of fear. You own these assets because you're frightened of the debasement of your assets. You're worried about your financial security. You're worried about your physical security, and between crypto assets and gold, they believe there's a strong belief that is a good hedge against optimism.
Okay. Skeptical of crypto at one point. You're still skeptical.
I've gotten away with no damage so far. Crypto is real. If you mean blockchain, stable coins, you have a JP Morgan deposit coin, you can move stuff, smart contracts are real, all that stuff is real. It will be used by all of us to facilitate, better transactions and customer service.
Anybody
should the human race survive?
Yes.
Okay.
But I also would I also would like us to radically solve these problems.
Right.
And so it's always, I don't know, transhumanism is this, the ideal was this radical transformation where your human natural body gets transformed into an immortal body.
Too much liquidity is going to inflate the bubble more quickly.
Going to a different economy. And we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology
So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China. But every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every private business, every piece of real estate will eventually be a token on a blockchain, an entry on a ledger, permanent and immutable. We will have truth instead of trust, and we will save over $7 trillion a year. 6 to 8% of global GDP is wasted by the friction of the trust industry that's necessary when you have dual entry accounting. With triple entry accounting, which is what a blockchain is, we get rid of all of that friction. It's a beautiful future.
Like what you see in China and their social credit scoring systems, right? If we get identity wrong, it could be a tool to enslave humanity. And if we get it right, it could be a tool to liberate humanity. And as an American, I'm obviously rooting for the one that's on the side of freedom.
Bitcoin is an international asset. And also, I do believe the role of crypto is it's digitizing gold.
I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of the huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. And if we could have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
Chinese bank ICBC has been hit by a ransomware attack, and the U.S. Treasury market, as a result of that, has been disrupted. This, according to the Financial Times. We're getting at more right now with Bloomberg's Shonali Bassick. Shonali, what do we know?
Listen, we have the Financial Times now reporting that ICBC, one of China's largest banks here, was hit with a ransomware attack. And remember, they're a very significant intermediary in the Treasury market. The SIFMA has told its members that this has been part of the reason here that the system is kind of clogged up, if you will, during that auction that we saw a little bit before. The attack had prevented ICBC, according to the Financial Times, from settling Treasury trades on behalf of other market participants. A large executive at a major bank also telling the paper that such a large party on the fixed income clearing corp creates major concerns, potentially impacting the liquidity of Treasury markets.
Now, it was not just a poor auction. It was absolutely lousy, and when the dealers have to step in to save a treasury auction, that's a rare occurrence. And
welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread it all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the NWO book and the Crypto Teacher book. The NWO book shows you how the world really works, and especially in the times that we're in right now, it's definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep. And in 2025, the NWO is going to turn on that alarm clock. It's up to you whether you wake up or not, whether you're going to hit that snooze button. Remember, my people perish from the lack of knowledge because they reject it. And guys, we're going to see stablecoin regulation, which is the foundation of this new digital economy. And it sets up down the road 2028, 2029 for that free money. And I told you that we would get a first quarter pullback, and that's what happened. And then also I told you that tariffs would get stepped up, and that's what happened. Layoffs would pick up. That's what happened. So the Crypto Teacher gives you a warning like Noah and Gilgamesh, whichever one you want to call it. But we will get some type of reset this year. Most likely stable coins are the catalyst. And remember, the Crypto Teacher told you. But we have trillions of dollars sitting on the sideline in money market accounts. And then plus, we know the Fed is going to cut rates. Not a lot this year, but they're definitely going to cut rates. So I see us getting a correction and then moving back up. And then we have the two powerhouses, China and the U.S., will step up these tariffs on each other. And of course, guys, that's going to hit certain parts of the market. But then we also have the hacks. We have the Birdman. We have the drums are beaten and more movies to come, as we can see. And inflation is going to stay sticky and layoffs are going to step up while they move in all this automation. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. And also, guys, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, much love to those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon. Much love. Keep it coming. Guys, if you're not a part of the Patreon, make sure you're donating to the channel through the actual Cash App. But guys, this next Bitcoin and crypto bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure you have the cryptos that have real utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And we have Bitcoin and crypto slightly moving up. As I'm doing this video, though, we are flat. And don't forget, we have CME that opens tonight. And we know it's going to move the market. And once yield rates get to moving in the morning, we know that's going to move the market again. So make sure you're paying attention to the actual indicators. We have yield rates. We're down on Friday. We had the dollar up on Friday. We have volume in crypto right now down. We have Tether and USDC. And then, of course, guys, we have the Fed. Repo at $51 billion on Friday. And we know we haven't seen it like that in a while. So make sure you're pulling it on a daily basis during the week. And we know the Treasury is working in the background to control that yield curve. And we know, guys, we talk about it, they write about it. And we had the Fed inject liquidity to these banks. Guys, we are in trouble. They got to hold this thing up. Remember these interest rates being so high and these banks having to refinance. It's going to show the holes in this economy. And that's the reason why they have to do this temporary liquidity to help these banks out. And after 2008, they basically can do whatever they want. And the proof has been in the pudding because we've seen them do it. And the fact is, when the actual C word came and they printed all that money, 80% of all money in existence within 2 years, we saw BlackRock being the extension of the Fed, buying up stocks and ETFs, which of course pumped the markets to where we're at now. But now, of course, it's time to build. So now they're going to let some air out this bubble. We're going to get more distractions. So therefore, they can build this fourth industrial revolution where Trump lets the robots, algorithms, and drones take the economy over and pay each other with crypto, and the sheep go inside the metaverse. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now we have Morgan Stanley's Andrew Slemon warns stock bull run entering late stages amid Fed cuts. And when it comes to these Fed rate cuts, it's going to have the opposite effect. The reason why is because we have all this debt still, and still the interest rates are pretty high. We're still paying close to $1 trillion just to finance the debt. And then on top of it, you have inflation. And then we know these corporations are laying off left and right. But remember, it's a plan that moves in phases. We've seen the movie before. Again, they're going to let the air out this bubble because it's time to build. And we know JP Morgan and Morgan Stanley has been in crypto from the beginning because they were behind the Bitcoin narrative. And then also, only thing you have to do is look at these funding rounds. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now we have Malaysia's central bank sets a 3-year roadmap to pilot asset tokenization. And it doesn't matter what country you go to, they all have a plan for this fourth industrial revolution. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now we have the Bitcoin, Ethereum spot ETFs, BlackRock, Fidelity, and Grayscale. Bitcoin, Ethereum spot ETFs up at close. Now getting over into a little crypto news. We have Telegram unveils decentralized AI network built on Ton, and it's called Cocoon, giving AI tools without surrendering your data to centralized providers. And remember, in the fourth industrial revolution, privacy is definitely the new goal. But when it comes to Telegram and Ton Network, we know the founders are from Russia. So we know there's a movie behind it. And remember, he was arrested in France over charges that the platform was being used for criminal activity. And then on top of it, he says he's fathered over 100 kids. So guys, it's definitely a movie. You cannot make this stuff up. But all you have to do is do research on his dad, and you know that there's a much bigger plan behind the curtain. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now we have Christine Lagarde says the digital euro, CBDC, is a symbol of trust and our common destiny. And she's exactly right, but she's not speaking to the sheep. She's speaking to the king, where her allegiance stands. And with blockchain and CBDCs, they don't have to worry about trusting you because they'll be able to see everything. And then also program the money. They'll be able to tell you what, where, and when and how to buy it. And you have 3 to 6 months to spend it or poof, it's gone. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. And then lastly, we have the CEO of Sigma Capital. Says that the Bitcoin 4-year cycle isn't dead. Expect a 70% drop next downturn. And is this correct in the state that we're in right now? No, it is not. We have real money in the actual space. Now, if we have BlackRock or Michael Saylor sell, then yes, but the whales have to sell. The reason why we were having 4-year cycles before, because all we had was the Fed pumping and dumping. But now we have real money in. So we'll be able to see that selling pressure if we drop 40, 50, 60, or 70%. But we're definitely going to pull back, just not 70%. And again, the reason why? Because it's time to build. And we're going to see big enough distractions to keep the sheep looking one way while they run the money in the back door. So that's how you know it's going to be a big black swan that we've never seen before or even thought about. And that's the reason why you keep yourself prepared. So therefore you don't fall for the devil's tricks, because you do not, and I mean you do not, want to fall on the wrong side of history. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, because he knows. When it comes to the NWO, it's all planned out. But that's all I have for you. Don't forget about the books. Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get on stocks, the Seaver, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know, I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the fourth industrial revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID-33. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.